It is called Space Idol. It is a bronze sculpture from the hands of Raffaele Martini, and it came to life last week in West Dallas. The delivery room was exciting, but hardly handsome. Sculpture is no field for the frail, the fastidious, or the underfunded. When Raffaele Martini came to Dallas, by way of his native Rome, New York, and San Francisco, he rented this combination studio foundry just off Fort Worth Avenue. His principal resources were his creative eye and his strong back. What he didn't have or couldn't buy, he made. The cast for the final sculpture has been baked and then buried in the ground, a good place for it to be when the molten metal comes pouring in, for if there is a leak, then only the earth will be burned. Pouring day is a peak for the sculptor. Everything depends on it, what has gone before and what will come after. There's an air of high celebration, but also strong suspense.
Well, certainly it's an exciting day for us. It's just the last effort, and that may turn out to be, fantastic, as it may not, and that's what makes it exciting, and somehow a little bit, you have a little fear, just a little bit. Even though I've been doing this for a long time, but I'm still at the same point. There is a lot involved. First, I think, is the satisfaction that something has got, you'll be able to do it, and do it right, and do it as good as you can, But there is another thing, and I think it's more, that's as the expenses, through the process of this casting, and until you get to the stage of pouring, there is an enormous amount of money and expenses involved. We can figure out what could happen and the things that you can't figure out. This is something that I think has never been explained. The metal, when it is inside the mold, reacts in so many different ways, and there isn't really a perfected technique to cast these things. There's always like a 20 or 30% uncertainty. That's the very last stage, the patina, and certainly it's very important. It is very important. I do it real soft. I like to preserve the softness of the metal. I don't like too heavy patinas. Just like them very light, and let the metal really work out something of its own. Bronze is it's a fantastic metal in itself, and but it's got a lot of qualities. It's got some life. It's got some warmth that something unexplained. It can't explain. It's something. And then besides, the bronze reacted to the various chemicals, into different colors in itself, just turns into different colors. You're trying to achieve something that really brings the best to the sculpture, and just trying to articulate it in the sense that it will give a little more life, and when you reach that, that's the very last point, and you say, well, this is it, I'm not going to do any more, that's it.